I am connected to the earth and to the divine. I'm a vessel that houses the universe. So I thought that it was time for a bit of practical magic. And I'm just doing what feels right. There is rhyme or reason to this, but I'm not following any specific tradition. I'm just doing what feels right, combined with stuff that I picked up along the way. So I collected a few things here. I have an incense here that is... Okay, so let's pick up where we left off, just with hopefully better audio. So, where was I? I explained the materials, the water in the green cup for some heart chakra activation and balance, I guess. I have the white candle to call in some guidance and support, like some ancestral and spiritual guidance. And I've got some cinnamon around the candle because it's said to be like a spice or an herb or something that is very powerful and used for manifesting. So it can only help. I don't think that cinnamon can do anything bad. And I learned something about how adding cinnamon and cardamom to your coffee makes it easier to digest. So I'm also kind of inferring from that like cinnamon is a spice that helps with digestion. And I feel like, I don't know, that also feels appropriate here, like helping things move along and metabolize. And then I have an incense, a white sage incense, and white sage is an herb that is used for cleansing a space. So those are the materials. And now I want to share why I'm doing this as I said, I'm not following any specific tradition here. Like, there are things I picked up from different traditions, but I'm just making it my own. And I don't know. Yeah, so I just started watching the recording of this week's Embodied Astrology Somatic Space. And we were asked to think of one being that got us into this space, in the somatic practice space. And I ended up thinking about someone who really hurt me. I thought about them because I feel like my journey into astrology is very tightly connected to that experience of betrayal and realizing that I have a lot to work on, or how to, when it comes to the relationship to myself and trusting myself and trusting my body and my felt sense and so that ultimately that experience of betrayal and harm and hurt led me or pushed me into this transformation, into this journey and kind of ultimately into this journey into this connecting with spirituality and embodiment and all of these things. But then I noticed that I noticed feeling really uneasy having thought of this person, and then I felt wrong, and I was kind of really in my head, and then I paused the video and started journaling and writing something down. And the journaling turned into some sort of an incantation or prayer or spell, whatever you want to call it. So I just want to, yeah, just intuitively kind of read this and interact with my materials as I go along. And yeah, I think my hope for this video, why I'm filming this, it feels more, I think filming this makes it feel like a more communal experience. It like calls in, I think, more like it's something about it has to do with being seen. Not that I really need to justify or explain any of this, but as with a lot of other things, I think I make videos, sometimes, not always, but sometimes I make videos that I would like to see. Yeah. Anyway, so let's start. How to reckon with the fact that hurt got me here. That your hurt pushed into me got me here. How do I feel safe in that presence? Because I was feeling this presence. By thinking about this being, this person getting me here, it felt like I invited this energy and this presence, and it felt very unsettling, and that's why I started writing. How do I shake it off? How do I shake it off? Do I shake it off, or do I integrate it? And how do I? Did I invite in an energy I didn't want? I don't feel ready to face? Okay, let's cleanse it out. So I kind of felt like playing with something and kind of, so maybe part of me wants to use the water to kind of wash my hands. And then I, like on the note of cleansing, I think that's where that idea came in of making it a ritual or a spell. Okay, maybe I will light this match with the flame of the candle, inviting in my ancestors. And with that energy, with that protection, I will light the incense, the white sage, that will help me clean out, cleanse this space and cleanse this energy. It's okay. I'm not banishing this energy. I'm not judging it or saying that it's bad or evil. I just don't want it here. I don't want you here. I don't want you here in my space. So I'll send it off with good intentions, but away from here, away from this space. You're not wanted here. You're not wanted here anymore. So pick a different space to dwell and heal or do whatever. I get to decide who enters and stays in this space. This space is not for you. Because I don't feel settled or safe when you're here. So neither are you. You won't find peace here. So I'll send you off with good intentions and grace. Please do not return. I will only send you on your way again. Thank you for the wisdom you drew out of me and made me recognize in myself. Thank you for being part of my journey. You are no longer needed. I let you go. I send you off. I am big. I am powerful. I am good. My love is good. And all of me belongs here. And you are no longer part of me, if you ever were. You have no power over me. You hold nothing. There is nothing for you here. There is nothing for you here. There is nothing for you here. There's nothing for you here. Hey Mausi, alles gut? Alles in Ordnung? Calling the mundane reality of doing magic rituals, I guess, is getting your dog to settle down. But he made me realize that I feel like I was missing the element of air. So I want to I'm now calling in and focusing in on my connection to the earth and the skies. I'm imagining a ball of light. I have to. Imagining a ball of light at the center of my being. And I'm imagining that this ball of light grows bigger and stronger as I inhale. And as I exhale, it almost looks like some lightning shooting up and down from the ball of light. So there's like a string of light that connects the earth and the skies through my midline. And when I breathe in, the ball of light at my center gets bigger and brighter. And as I breathe out, this energy, this light gets sent into the earth and up to the skies. It just started raining. I'm hearing the rain rustling the leaves of the trees outside. And helping me wash away everything that I don't need. And I'm inviting in green light and good and warm and expansive energy. I'm opening my heart, I'm opening my chest, and I'm taking up space with my energy. I don't need to make myself small. I can get bigger and bigger and make more space for myself and for everything I need to be a version of myself that acts in a way that benefits the greater good the most. I am connected to the earth and to the divine. I'm a vessel that houses the universe, and this infinite energy is flowing through me, this energy of creation and rebirth, life and death, constant change and composting and alchemizing is flowing through me. Nothing ever stays still. Nothing ever stays the same as long as we're alive. Everything moves, and I am an expression of the bigger, larger fabric of the universe. I'm part of everything else, connected to everything there is and was and will still be. I thank all of the beings, seen and unseen, known and unknown, that have gotten me here. This being that got me here is a being that moves through all of the vessels. It's not one that can be attached or that is attached to only one corporeal manifestation of creation. It's something fluid that moves through all of us. It's spirit, it's creation, it's healing, it's trust, it's the divine connection. It's this deep knowing that all of us have, that we're connected to the earth and to each other. This like very dense light at the center of of all of creation, of all of us. That's what got me here. Now it's raining. I think I'm gonna go outside and let myself be rained on for a bit before it stops. So I'm gonna do that. So that was amazing. That was beautiful. Did have to blow out the candle. I don't, like, no matter how safe it seems, I just don't want to risk anything, leaving candles burning when I'm not in the room. But I'm gonna light it again to, I don't know, properly close this out. I wanted to do this before, so I'm glad I got to do it now. I'm just gonna put this here. So it stopped raining very quickly. Like I went outside and it was raining and then it got more. And then I had this need or this instinct to touch the ground. It wasn't like raining enough for like the soil to be like really wet and to like properly dig my fingers into it. But I did get like a little bit of dirt on me. Kind of like, I don't know, it felt like coating myself with a protective layer of, of dirt, of soil, of decomposition. I think to close this out, I want to pull some tarot and then I'll see if there's anything else I still feel like doing as part of this ritual. So I've probably shown this before, but the deck that I'm using is the Fifth Spirit Tarot by Charlie Claire Burgess. I'm just seeing if there's something else that my spirit guides have to say to me, like a message. Yeah, any messages you have for me would be amazing. It doesn't have to be about this. It's something, I don't know, something that will, I feel like I've said a couple of things and I asked for some support, so maybe now, maybe there's something that Spirit wants me to know that, yeah, I can do in return, or something like that. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna pull one because I'm shuffling very cautiously so I don't lose any of my cards. I'm just gonna pull one. Okay. So I just pulled the sun, but reverse. I don't know if you can see this. I know this card very well. Okay. I feel like this card, what this card is about, it's reflecting back to me something, a difficulty, or or this situation, because the sun, so the sun is about like who you are, your entire being is enough, that you don't need to be anything or anyone else, that you can just, so it's like, yeah, I don't know, in this card there's these two humans sitting on a picnic blanket, and there's a dog kind of, and they're all like smiling and having fun, and they're being playful, and there's 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 fucking sunflowers. Excuse me. There's sunflowers in this image, and there's a sunflower right in front of me. I will show you once I don't know. Oh. Can I show you? No, I don't know. Oh no, I never plugged the microphone back in, so I'm just... I don't know if this works now. I hope so. So yeah, this video is gonna have varying video quality, but as I said, there's a sunflower right here. And maybe I will add the sunflower to my little altar for the remainder of this session. Yeah. And I very much, so what I associate with the sun is, again, it's starting to rain, is gathering with people you love. It's reminding me of the solstice, and I invited people to celebrate the solstice with me, and it was, and it also reminds me of this. At the beginning of the year, it was my 30th birthday, and I'm not usually in the habit of celebrating my birthday, but this year I wanted to, and um, I invited a few close friends to a witchy birthday weekend, and the way that I made the invitations was by drawing tarot cards, and one of the cards that was part of the invitation was the sun. And I reused part of that invitation for the solstice event. So both, like I think, so I really wanted to do both of these events because I want to create magical community experiences. I want to have a feeling of like this is like we're doing magic together, you know. But in both of these events, I was really glad that I did them. It was really good to spend time with people in this way and with this intention. But when I was there, it always felt like there was something missing. It felt like it wasn't quite as magical or ritual filled as I wanted it to. And part of that was because I had a hard time taking up that kind of space. And it felt I was very worried about. I guess I was still feeling and am still feeling a lot of imposter syndrome when it comes to like doing magic, practicing magic and ritual. So since I associate the sun card with these events, and it I pulled it reverse, what I'm hearing and the way that I'm interpreting this card, it feels like a reflection of what I'm doing right now, which, like, because a lot of the time so one way to interpret a card showing up reverse is that it's a more internal experience. Yeah, it's a more like turned inward experience. And that's what I'm doing here right now. I'm practicing, I'm ritual and magic and kind of developing my relationship to spirit and magic and ritual on my own by myself. Yeah, and I mean this is perfectly good as it is, but I think the point of this, like, so this is not a means to an end in that sense. Like I'm not doing this to get better and like this is meaningful on its own. I don't need to be doing anything else. But clearly, there is a wish, a want, a desire to to do this in community, and it makes sense that if I'm inviting people into creating a practice that at least the way that I work is I have to first feel a lot more confident in what I'm doing before I share it with other people. And that's what I've been thinking and talking a lot about in the last couple of weeks. This desire to be someone who engages with the world and with their people in a ritualistic and magical way and spiritual way. But I'm realizing that I still have a lot of insecurities and that I don't yet have my own kind of practice and like the way that I'm doing things figured out. So by kind of tuning into and doing stuff like this, where I feel like, oh, I don't have to follow any rules, I can just learn to trust my intuition and my instinct to create these practices for myself, by getting more comfortable in this, by developing a practice and a routine and a ritual by myself, I maybe eventually will be able to also turn, like, kind of externalize this, and invite other people into it. So yeah, that feels very affirming to have this card. And I don't actually even feel the need to check the guidebook, which I usually do, but I feel like I'm familiar enough with this card and what it means to me, and like this was about spirit communicating to me, right? This is like that's exactly what this is about. It's about me trusting my myself and what I'm picking up, and the the messages that I'm getting. And I guess part of that is also cleansing my space and like not being confused by external energies, because that makes it hard to hear what I'm to trust myself and to be clear about what's going on, what I want, and what's needed. So yeah, wow, that was really cool. And like with the sunflower, I'm just yeah, that's pretty nice. Okay, I think we're done. Yeah. So yeah, thank you for being here with me, everyone and everything that has been and is going to be, and through time and space. I hope I'll see you in the next one. I hope we'll meet in some way, shape, or form again. Yeah. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, trees. Thank you, rain. Maybe to close this, I'm just gonna take one last deep breath, kind of drawing up energy from the earth up into the skies, and then sending it back into the earth through my body.